In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can cut this beautiful gown with an asymmetric neckline and a slit in front. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video, like, share and subscribe. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. So this line up here is our starting line and our shoulder line. So I'm going to be coming down to take my vertical measurement. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark that and extend the point across. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. So I'm using my waist point at the back, from my shoulder to my waist at the back, so there won't be need for me to mark my bust dart. So I'm marking from my shoulder to my waist, which is 15 inches. I mark that and I will extend the point across. Then from the waistline, I'm going to come down to mark my hip point. I'm coming down by 9 inches. I'm going to mark that all the way, and I'll also go ahead and extend the point across. The next thing is to mark the full length. So I'm using 30 inches for the full length. It depends on what you want. It can be more than 30, it can be less than 30. It depends on the look you are going for. And I'm extending this line across. This is my full length. This is the hip line. This is the waistline, and this is the bust line. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. I'm going to mark that here. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope because our shoulders are not straight. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width. So I'm going to come down here to mark my neck depth of 3 inches. So I'm using 3 by 3 for my neck, and I'll connect from the neck width all the way to this point. The next thing is to mark the chest line, and to mark your chest line, you're going to divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I got 7. I'm going to extend that point across this way. So this line is my chest line. On my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here, the 7.5 inches. I'm going to mark it here, and I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. I'm going to come to this line, divide it into 2 equal halves to get a midpoint, and at the midpoint I'll go in by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and I'll go ahead and connect all these points together to form my armhole. So the next thing is to mark our dart, and to mark your dart, you're going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 is 3.5. I'll mark it on the bust line, waistline, hip line, and also on the full length. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. So on my waistline, I'm going to be marking half an inch on both sides of this line. I'll come down from the waistline by 6 inches, which will be for the length of my dart. Then I'll come down from the bust line by 1 inch. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together to form my dart. So we are using a preset dart for this dress, so I'm going to connect from here to the midpoint of my armhole, and then from here I'm going to come down by 1 inch and connect back into the original line. So this 1 inch we came down, I'm going to replace it here on this lower line here, so we don't have any shortage when we are sewing. I will extend this line to that point. I'll also replace the 1 inch on the chest line. I'll go ahead and reconnect my armhole this way. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement, so I'm going to come here to add my seam allowance of 1 inch. I'll come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. I'll mark it. Then this 1 inch for that, I'm going to replace it and add my seam allowance of 1 inch. I'll come to the hip line, divide my hip by 4. I'll mark it, then add my seam allowance of 1 inch. So whatever I have on the hip line, I'm going to bring it down to the full length. I'll go ahead and connect my markings together. So this is basically it. What I'm going to do right now is to trace everything I have on this part to the other part, so we can work on the neckline. So when you are drafting this, your paper must be on fold. I forgot to mention that earlier. Your paper must be on fold, so you can work on the neckline. All right. So after tracing everything out with my tracing wheel, I'm going to cut it out and then transfer everything to this side, as you can see here. So what we are going to do right now is to work on the neck. It depends on where you want the slant to be. It can be on the right or on the left. Wherever you want it to be is totally fine. So I'm going to take this side. So I'm going to go in from here on this other shoulder here. I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch here, and then on the neck depth I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches, and I'll connect from the 1/2 inch all the way to my chest line. So I wanted to use the curve rule, but it was not giving me the shape I want, so I had to use my free hand to do this before blending it with my curve rule. So you can use your free hand. If you're not so good with your free hand, you can use your curve rule to just do this. I'll just connect this all the way to the chest line this way. So this is basically it. So I'm just going to blend the line. This is basically it for the neck. You can see how simple it is to draft. So we're just going to go ahead and cut this out, so we'll see how it looks like. So if you have watched to this point and you have not yet subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Subscription is totally free. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and most importantly, if you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we drop new videos, so you don't miss out on anything on this channel. Thank you so much for doing that. So after cutting it out, this is what we have. You can see how beautiful this came out, right? So you can also use this pattern to cut the back. We're going to use it to cut the back pattern. The other thing you have to do is to the center front, you are going to cut it open. This crease line here, you're going to cut it open because you're going to add zipper allowance. Unless you are using a stretchy fabric to cut this, then there won't be need for you to add your zipper allowance. But if you're not using a stretchy fabric, if you're using a normal fabric to do this, you have to put your zipper allowance. So you're going to cut through this line here, you're going to cut it open, and then add your zipper allowance on both sides, zipper allowance of 1 inch on both sides. And like I said, if you are using a stretchy fabric, there will be need for you to add your zipper allowance. You just cut the back pattern on fold, right? You cut the center back on fold. So for the slit, you're going to join your side front to the center front all the way to the point you want the slit to start from, and then you leave it there. It can be on your right, on your left, so it depends on what you want, and that is basically it. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section and I'll do it to attend to it. So see you in the next video.